What is up, YouTube? This is Stick Welding 24/7. Stick welding without the cost of welding school. A lot of people ask me, what is on Mr. Stick Welding 24/7's welding cart? And I'm here to show you. Pretty much, we're going to start off with the Cobalt Auto Darkening Welding Helmet. I took it off of the cart. Usually it'd be down there with all my equipment and all that, but I really don't need to stick it on the cart because I can just take it out anytime I need it, and I have multiple helmets all over the place. So yeah, this is a Cobalt Auto Darkening Helmet, shades 4, 9, all the way through 13. Try to get a close-up for you guys so you guys can see it. If it doesn't focus, oh well. Everybody knows that it's auto darkening. It has the grind mode and the weld mode attached to it. It has the shade adjustments. There it is. Sensitivity and delay, weld and grind mode. I can also change the battery. This is the model AX5001. So this is their most current model on the market. The bottom of my welding cart all the way to the top. We'll go from there. On the bottom, I got your standard file that you use to file down your edges of your pieces, so you can have a good penetration if you don't use a grinder. Got 2 speed squares. Yeah, one is Harbor Freight. I needed it at the time. It's aluminum. I don't really use it unless I'm doing small objects, but if I really do need an actual measurement, I have the Empire speed square, which is 100% aluminum. The Harbor Freight one is 90% aluminum, 10% tin. So, and it's thinner than all the other ones, and it has starting to foul off. Some of the aluminum is starting to chip off. So yeah, that's what you get for getting Harbor Freight. I don't buy everything Harbor Freight, just a few things that I think that is worth it. I have an actual square, carpenter square. This is what this is, and it has the degrees of cuts. So this is a good one. It's called Empire. They sell it in Lowe's. If you want to get it on sale, I'd rather you go to Lowe's. Home Depot is a little too expensive for the common person. I got my Pittsburgh 6-inch digital caliper. This is really good. Inches and millimeters. I usually do inches. So you set it to 0, close it up, and let's see if we can get a 1/4 inch. I did do a review on all of these pieces, see what we can get. Get a 1/4. And that's an accurate 1/4 inch right there, which is pretty good. Let's turn that off. Like I said, extra fitting for gas cylinders. I mean, I only use an argon cylinder. This is actually an attachment for a quick connect. I usually like screwing stuff in. I don't usually use quick connects and stuff like that. Got my trusty old Harbor Freight magnets. These are pretty good to use. Not bad for $2. You get 4 magnets, and they're still strong. As you can see, it sticks right on the side of my cart with no problem, and they come right on. Got my Lincoln Electric chipping hammer. Quality. I've had 3 of these, and I'm still on my first one. The other 2 are still stored away. Look how good this thing is, man. Like, wow. Lincoln Electric has really stepped up the game. Got a Harbor Freight Carper welding spoon, so when I'm TIGging, that's what I use. I need to sharpen that tungsten, by the way, but I don't have any gas, and I don't have any jobs at the moment to, side jobs alone for my actual career as a welding instructor. Got my tungsten, the purple tips, and it's annealed. It is 2% lanthanated, which is better for your health than thoriated. Thoriated is very bad for your health, breathing that mess in. You get lanthanated tungsten, which is not as much heat output on these tungsten, but it still gives you the quality you need, versus thoriated, which can take up to 450 amps. I don't really need that much amperage. Got my other cups and collet bodies. So, and my caps. So the long cap that's on my TIG torch. Medium cap and small short cap. There's a 5 and a 6 cup in there. I'm using the actual 4. I want to focus my arc a little bit better. On the second shelf, before we get to the second shelf, we have my TIG torch. It is attached to my argon flow meter. Let's put all these tools back on the shelf. And don't forget, I do have my leveler. It's on the back of my cart. We have the argon fitting that goes on the back of the argon tank. And this is actually in sequential cubic feet per hour rather than cubic feet per or cubic liters per whatever they have it overseas. I have an actual Miller regulator here, aka Wellmark regulator. It's argon, CO2, and helium. I'm only using the argon side. I don't use carbon dioxide or helium. I'm not MIG welding. Unless they say stay away from the Harbor Freight tools. Yeah. Let me pull this off. Well, I sharpened tungsten. This is 1/16 tungsten, by the way. Look at the quality of that. Back to the rest of this video. As you can see up here, I really did sharpen my tungsten very well, and I'm just hoping that it focuses if it can. I sharpened it up with that Chicago Electric grinder, and I'm telling you guys, I don't use that to grind no 1/4 inch, no half plate freaking steel. I just use that to grind my tungsten. That's why I purchased that little $40, $30 little mini grinding tool. It's for tungsten, nothing else. If I want to grind my steel or my aluminum or my stainless, I will use an actual grinder. Come on now. Second shelf, I have my leather welding apron. Yeah, it's quality leather. I can got pockets on it. I can store stuff. And it's really good quality. I also have my stick electrode holder with chipping hammer holder. Yeah, made in Pakistan. It's for once we got some stuff that's not made in freaking China. Got all my welding electrodes. Got my 7018 AC. I have 2 boxes of 2 5-pound boxes of that. Both are 332. Got my 332 6011 Lincoln Electric electrodes, and I got not one 10-pound bag, but another 5-pound bag below. So these are not 1/16. These are 64. What do we call those? They're a little bit smaller than 332. They're 1/64 of an inch smaller. So what is that size? 54. These are 5/64 electrodes, and there's 10 pounds, and there's another 5 pounds below that. Then there's another 1 pound 1/16 6013s, but I do on small projects is for sheet metal. Above that, you guys seen it a million times, my Everlast 140 ST. It is in stick mode at the moment until I get my gas cylinder. When it warms up, I'll go buy a bottle. A stick TIG, a full 140 amps on 220, 240, minimum 10 amps. I'm able to get out of my breaker since all of my breakers are 2013, and the wiring is all 2013. I can get a minimum of 8 amps and a maximum of 145 amps on this machine, which is pretty amazing. My stick electrode holder, you've seen it a million times. The ground clamp. See, this is how you know this machine is quality. They don't cheap out on their ground clamps. Like if a company cheaps out on the ground clamp, what else they're gonna cheap out on? The machine mainly. And Everlast is based out of California. It's getting really big. A lot of people, a lot of big name YouTubers are buying these machines. Chucky 2009. Mr. Tig, which is on weld.com, Kevin Carone, weldingtipsandtricks.com. They all say that the Everlast machinery is up to par with the Miller and the Lincoln. And in the future, I am planning on owning a Lincoln MP210, but I'm gonna still use my Everlast as far as stick and TIG. If I'm gonna get the Lincoln MP210, I'm gonna just use that for mainly MIG and flux core. So I have all 4 processes with 2 machines, which is pretty good. And that's pretty much what's on my welding cart currently here in March. This is John 204 with stick welding 24/7. Stick welding 24/7 without the cost of welding school. Peace out.